Hello. Um, where is Cyber Metal Punk at? Are you back, dude? I'm gonna get him in the Discord. Hello, guys.
I'm
I
back.
got Cyber Metal Punk here. And we're going to react to this little video. It's called some real life dog man. This is the video. So we're going to react to it. See it?
The Michigan Dogman is a werewolf-type creature first reported in 1887 in Wexford County, Michigan. Sightings have been reported in several locations throughout Michigan, primarily in the northwestern quadrant of the Lower Peninsula. In 1987, the legend of the Michigan Dogman gained popularity when a disc jockey at WTCM-FM recorded a song about the creature and its reported sightings. The first known sighting of the Michigan Dogman occurred in 1887, when two lumberjacks saw a creature whom they described as having a man's body and a dog's head. In 1938 in Paris, Michigan, Robert Fortney was attacked by 5 wild dogs, and said that one of the 5 dogs walked on 2 legs.
So this is the video you like? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Alright, start the video over.
Creatures also
Oh,
come
you
from
want to start it over. Alright.
The Michigan Dogman is a werewolf-type creature first reported in 1887 in Wexford County, Michigan. Sightings have been reported in several locations throughout Michigan, primarily in the northwestern quadrant of the Lower Peninsula. In 1987, the legend of the Michigan Dogman gained popularity when a disc jockey at WTCM-FM recorded a song about the creature and its reported sightings. The first known sighting of the Michigan Dogman occurred in 1887, when 2 lumberjacks saw a creature whom they described as having a man's body and a dog's head. In 1938 in Paris, Michigan, Robert Fortney was attacked by 5 wild dogs, and said that one of the 5 dogs walked on 2 legs. Reports of similar creatures also come from Allegan County in the 1950s. In 1961, a night watchman was patrolling a manufacturing plant in Big Rapids, Michigan, when he saw a peculiar figure. At first he thought it was a person until he saw the dog-like features. He pulled out his gun and was about to shoot when he remembered his camera, and took it out and took a picture of the horrific beast. The photos haven't been analysed yet, and the photo still remains an unsolved mystery. One witness claims a creature best described as a dogman was stalking up the hill behind their house in the late fall of 2001. They said the following: "My stepdaughter and I was looking out our French doors to see a creature that was black in colour. It was big and had the head of a wolf." While that was the first and only visual the Cass County, Michigan residents experienced, they can still hear it splashing around the 20-acre swampland at night. Sometimes they can even hear it shrieking. According to them, it has the scream of an infant, loud and hysterical. The Cheyenne established their own group of warriors known as the Dog Soldiers or Dogmen. Native Americans would spend years studying or becoming one with their spirit animal, taking on the mannerisms and strength of wolves or wild dogs. Allegedly, all the Dogmen were killed off by the US Army. However, according to lore passed down to them by the elders, not all of them died. According to legend, some of the Dogmen actually shapeshift into dogs and now roam the woods and swamplands. It's worth noting that while all witnesses of these half-dog, half-men beasts admit to feeling terrified, there haven't been any known deaths or physical attacks attributed to a Dogman. This is thought to be because of the Indian belief that one must invite evil into themselves, therefore the creatures cannot harm you unprovoked. Back in 1938, a 17-year-old claims that while standing near a river in Michigan, he was confronted by a massive black dog. He didn't report his encounter until 49 years later, but he swore the beast reared up on its hind legs and stared him down with piercing blue eyes. Terrified, he shot at the creature and it quickly fled. He remained chilled by the events for years to come, however later stating, "It may be that I was just scared, but I swear the dog was smiling at me." One particular memorable Dogman account came from a 13-year-old girl named Courtney who lived out in Reed City, Michigan back in 1993. She decided to sneak out for a cigarette behind her family's house one winter, and she got the scare of her life. She claimed that a glint of light seeping out from the planks of an old abandoned barn got her attention. She followed its movement and it slowly dawned on her that something was there. She realized the 6-foot-tall thing hiding in the barn had the head of a dog, and was staring right at her. She ran off terrified. Later, her neighbor confirmed they too saw a creature out in that barn. They described it as a buffalo-sized dog lurking in the barn. Rhonda, a resident of Three Lakes in Michigan, had a Dogman encounter in the fall of 2009. She was traveling with her son when the beast ran across the highway near Tiger Creek. She said the following: "We were really puzzled and thought it might have been some mutant wolf, and could not figure out what we witnessed." She went on to say the beast ran fairly fast, about 50 feet in front of our truck. It was so strange because the front of it was much higher than the back, much larger than a wolf. She claimed she never heard of the Dogman until after this incident. After reading descriptions and stories online, she was able to confirm for herself that the creature she encountered was a Dogman. Recently, this photo has been appearing online allegedly showing a Dogman. Many who have seen this image have stated that it matches the typical description of the Dogman. However, not much information has been released about the photo, making many people question what it actually shows. One person who viewed the image has said the following: "I've captured many strange things on my trail cam, but nothing that looks like this. The most common things I capture are deer, boar, and other common wildlife. I'm not someone who believes in paranormal, but these creatures do make me feel uncomfortable." As mentioned, many people have come forward with their stories of the Dogman. In 1938 in Paris, Michigan, Robert Fortney was attacked by 5 wild dogs and said that one of the 5 walked on 2 legs. Reports of similar creatures also came from Allegan County in the 1950s. A woman recently come forward and posted about her encounter with one of these creatures. She said the following: "I live in Gladwin, Michigan, and I believe I encountered one of these creatures. I was walking home from a friend's house one evening when I had the feeling I was being watched. After a few minutes I decided to look over my shoulder, and that's when I noticed a large creature behind me. At first I thought it was a dog, and this made me feel more relaxed, so I carried on with my journey. After a few minutes of walking, I could tell the dog was following me. After looking back a second time, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. This creature stood up on its back legs. Fear was the only emotion I was feeling. I managed to run the rest of the way home. Not once did I look back over my shoulder. I have never seen this creature since that encounter." Over the last few years, there have been a wave of werewolf sightings in Brazil. The werewolf is a mythological animal and the subject of many stories throughout the world. Werewolves are, according to some legend, people who morph into powerful wolves. Others are a mutant combination of human and wolf. Recently, locals in Brazil have been witnessing alleged werewolves. This photograph made the rounds, which allegedly showed a werewolf caught on a CCTV camera. These mysterious creatures have also been reported to attack people. 2 attacks by a wolfman or a dogman were reported in Brazil in 2008 and 2009. A woman told police she was attacked on January 28, 2009. This was by a big dog that stood on its hind legs and walked like a man. In 2008, police received numerous reports of a half-man, half-wolf that was stealing sheep and breaking into houses. Another witness said the following about their encounter. It was 11 PM at night and I was walking back to my house. I live in a small village that's surrounded by woodland. In the daytime it's a nice place to be, but at night it can be creepy. While I was walking home I could hear these noises. The only way I can describe them is they sounded like grunts. After this kept happening, I decided to turn around and look for what was making the noises. To my shock, I saw a 7-foot beast staring at me. This creature looked exactly like a werewolf. After locking eyes with it and freezing, I managed to get the courage to run. I ran so fast back to my house that I never looked back once. When I got back to my house safely, I was so relieved. This encounter did affect me though. I didn't leave my house for days and I never ventured out after dark. I truly believe these creatures are lurking in the darkness. Another witness said the following about their encounter. While I was out in my garden, I could hear noises at my gate. After looking through one of the cracks, I could see a large hairy animal. At first I thought it might have been a large stray dog, but when it stood up on its hind legs, I knew this was the creature that people was talking about. It kept scratching at the gate and making loud noises. I immediately ran into my house. The next day there were scratch marks up my gate. I haven't seen the creature since. Over the years, there have been some strange creatures found in the remote parts of Pennsylvania. One of these creatures matches the description of a werewolf. It's become known as the Mud Creek Road creature. One witness said the following about their encounter. At around 11 PM, me and my partner were driving onto Mud Creek Road travelling west towards Highway 14 near Troy. As we continued down the road, our attention was drawn to the left side of the roadway. My partner saw some movement and mentioned it to his friend. I initially thought it was a man crawling on the side of the road. My partner slowed down and swerved his truck in the middle of the road, and directed the high beams of his headlights towards the subject. He stopped around 30 to 40 feet away. However, we soon realised this was not a person, but instead a creature that was crawling very low to the ground. As we watched, the creature moved into a squatting position with its back completely straight. The arms of the creature were held tightly to its body. What appeared to be long claws that resembled the talons of an eagle were clearly visible. The claws were estimated to be around 8 to 10 inches in length. One claw was shorter than the other 3. The creature had a muscular body. The head of the beast appeared to be oversized, and shaped like that of a wolf. At the top of its head were 2 pointed bat-like ears, and they looked to be around 4 to 6 inches long. The entire creature was covered with dull, wrinkly skin. We could also see large canine-like teeth in its mouth. The eyes of the creature were about the size of a silver dollar, and were shiny black. Though we had our high beams directed at the creature, the eyes did not reflect at all. In the squatted position, the creature seemed to be about 5 feet tall. At this point, the creature was in the left lane of the road about 2 feet onto the pavement. As we watched in amazement, the creature began to stretch its body. At this point, the animal started to stand up on its back legs, while also falling onto its front feet. We would guess the creature was around 6 to 7 feet tall. The animal then fell over on all 4 legs. The front claws of the creature was now 2 feet across the centre line of the highway, while the back feet remained 1 or 2 feet from the edge of the road. The creature then turns its head to the right and looks towards us. It looked as though the creature had a scared impression, like it was panicked. Once it realised it was being observed, it leaned back slightly and then reached towards its front claws. The creature then took one giant leap and cleared a 7-foot embankment, and moved out of sight into a wooded area. The man estimated that leap was about 40 feet long. As it was in the process of leaping, it was perfectly straight, and held its front claws forward. The woman estimated that when it was leaping into the woods, she thought it stood around 9 feet tall. The woman, while reluctant to say it, said the following: "I think it was a man changing into a werewolf." The man, after the experience, went onto the internet to try and figure out what he saw, and he said it looked like a gargoyle with no wings. The man said the following: "I will never forget what we saw that night. I truly believe we saw some type of mythical creature." So what do you guys make of this encounter? Let me know in the comments what you think they witnessed.
And that's the video. We probably should react to something else.
I'm down.
Alright, I'll do it.
But that video was really interesting, to say the least.
Yep, it was. Damn sure.
Like, I haven't seen that video in like 6, 7 years now.
We probably need to react to these metalheads.
Alright, let's do it.
Yeah, man.
We reacting to metal elitists?
Yep.
Bro, I hate them motherfuckers. Like, those guys piss me off.
Those goons they are out of control. They are out of touch with music now.
Exactly. They're like, oh, if you don't like Iron Maiden or Metallica, well, you're not a metalhead, you're a poser.
This video is definitely going to be made by Draven Crow.
Nice.
It's not new metal.
Alright, let's watch it.
I'll find the video.
Alright, and I will wait patiently. I'll be right back, I gotta eat.
Are you back?
Yes, I am.
Alright, so we are going to do this little video on why or was new metal misunderstood by
Alright.
is Draven Crow, a man of good taste. He keeps his good taste real. This is the video. This is a real channel for real metalheads.
Alright.
See how his intro is cool?
Yes, it's very cool.
Real metal lives. We are real metal heads in here, not those haters.
Exactly. We need more people like him. Not these dumbasses that say, oh, this band sucks and all that.
They love Cannibal Corpse. They love a lot of that Cannibal
Exactly.
Corpse. Brutal death metal. You ever listen to brutal death metal bands?
Was new metal misunderstood? So me doing this video,
Yeah, it actually was misunderstood. People hated that genre. It's insane. Right?
Exactly. People hated everything. They hated metalcore, new metal, and then they hated deathcore for a while.
Because
But
it was made
now people are starting to like it again.
This is on TikTok. It should be on Facebook.
I'm not even on Facebook nor TikTok. I just do YouTube. Because I'm not really a big social media guy. Excuse me.
I bet you Larry the Batman fan's not even gonna like this video. I know.
Well, the thing about Larry the Gay Man fan is he doesn't relate to anything unless, unless it's considered good to him. Because, he's like one of those people from like the Westboro Baptist Church who's like, metal's a sin, and all of that. Like, he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
I bet. I'm only gonna say this once. I bet Larry the Gay Man fan jacks off to the Westboro Baptist Church.
And he made a video on his favorite Christian rock bands or something.
I mean, he makes videos on all types of shit. He makes videos saying, "Oh, here are the top 10 best Christian rock bands."
Doesn't that make him a hypocrite?
Yeah, it does make him a hypocrite. And he's too much of an idiot to realize it.
I know. But let's
And like, alright.
was something I've been thinking about for a while now, ever since I saw the Punk Rock MBA's video on the history of it and its rise and fall. And while I'm not
the Punk Rock NBA. What's your thoughts on it, anyways?
Okay, I don't hate the Punk Rock NBA, but I just don't really watch his content. His content for me is like mid at best.
But what's your favorite metal channel? Who you really watch? Who you watch?
My favorite metal channel would have to be like Prison Metaler and all. That's mainly about it.
I watched Vizzy. He made a whole iceberg of all the metal subgenres.
Really.
It was power deathcore, slamming beat down, so much on there.
Alright, I might have to check out his channel.
Not a huge fan of the punk rock MBA. I agree on some things that he talks about when it comes to these elitist pricks in the metal community and the continuing decline of rock and roll's popularity, especially this one part of the video that I completely agree with. And speaking of that, I'm going to vindicate this video to you guys.
From Rockstar450, hey Finn, it's probably too hot of a topic for you to do a video on, but I harbor some resentment for anti-nu metal and anti-emo rock/metal fan base and blame them for rock's gradual decline. I've never hated these scenes because they got young people into rock, which is essential for the genre's succession. Every turn to reinvent has been marred by relentless, quote-unquote, knowledgeable musos discrediting the genre, and after 2 decades of new rock genres being written off, kids now think DJ decks are cooler than guitars. I think the inability of the quote-unquote mature music listeners to shut up and let kids enjoy their gateway music has scared them away from the gate and into rap's home.
One of, if not the very biggest reason for rock and metal's decline is because of exactly this, because of people who hate on anything new and keep the genre.
I know.
Exactly. I mean, because there's idiots on YouTube that are like, this band is shit if it's not Iron Maiden and all that. Like, I'm not really a huge fan of this guy myself, but he does have some valid points.
He has some fucking good taste. I know people
Like, I know he would have, like, valid points on these elitist pricks that like to make shitty videos and cry on camera. But anyways, shall we continue the video?
Yes, sad.
Genre stuck in the past. And of course, if you
Yeah,
tell
I
kids
know they're stuck in the past. I know. They won't just let go of it.
Exactly, because they want to be like, oh, new metal's garbage, because or they'll make up a whole bunch of reasons to say this genre's garbage. Like synths and all of that, keyboards, piano and all of that.
I know. Because these are the guys, they like Anthrax, they like bands that probably influence new metal. That's what's laughable about these metalheads.
Yeah, because their bands actually influenced other bands like that, and they want to say, "Oh, these new bands suck," or "They don't play enough guitar solos," or "They lack topic variety," which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like,
Yeah. And they're the reason that new metal kind of like died off. We got new metalcore with Alpha Wolf. He's probably the best for new metal core. Alpha Wolf.
yeah, them guys, like those guys hit hard.
Yeah. Hot.
Like
Yeah.
Motionless in White, I Prevail, Bad Omens, all of them.
Those are real metal bands. They will hit on anything bad.
Exactly. Any band that's in pretty much in the genre of metal is metal. Like, so these metal elitists can grow the fuck up and suck a dick for
I know.
all we care.
I know.
Because all they want to do is complain about bands because they have no life and they can't get girlfriends.
They don't get nothing. They don't get no nothing. Nope.
Yeah, they don't get no girls. They don't get nothing.
They don't get no slam
Because
chicks, nothing like that. No slam chicks, nothing. They just get probably
they just get flooded with hate comments.
yeah. They like probably
And of course,
typo.
and of course,
they like typo.
I'm sorry.
kids fuck off, get out of my scene, well, they're
What? That's why these metalheads have done. They've done so much with this metal scene.
Yeah, I will admit, I was a metalhead for like 5 years. I still am today, and ever since I've dug more into what metal's like, some people are just they just say that metalhead is a criteria to be a huge asshole.
Yep.
Like after this video, we have to watch like Coda Candy's video on why she despises metalhead elitists.
We'll watch it. Just send it in the Discord.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Yeah. We're back. You're back, right?
I'm still here. I'm just sending you the video in the Discord.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue the video.
They're going to listen to you and they're going to go listen to rap. So congrats.
See, rap music is that's how rap music got popular. That's why
Hang on, man.
looks like he is gone. We're just gonna wait when he come back. I'm gonna be mute for long until he come back. Are you back?
Alright, I'm back.
What was that? What was that? What was going on?
Nothing. I just had to do some stuff.
I know. Well, we're gonna do this again.
Congratulations. You got what you wanted.
Nu metal gets a bad rap.
See, this is Corey Margera. These are the best bands. Drowning Pool.
Exact-
What?
I'm sorry, you were saying something?
Yeah, I was saying these are the bands. Slipknot. These are the best 4 big nu metal bands people like.
I mean, exactly. Slipknot and Drowning Pool. I grew up to their music. My dad would listen to music like that all the time, pretty much.
We got nostalgia, dude.
Exactly.
'Cause we're the two
And then I'm sorry, you were saying something?
we are the two duos,
Yes, sir, we are.
and we can start the video.
Not all of
All
it
right.
is bad. Not all of it is rap metal.
It's not
No.
rap metal.
Okay, listen to Korn. Listen.
These metalheads would never listen to it.
Exactly, especially metalheads that are like, "Oh, Megadeth is the best band ever," which they're not wrong about Megadeth being a good band, but they have to expand outside their horizons, and not all of it is just rapping. Like,
I know.
and I know these metalhead elitists would say, "Oh, all metalcore relationships write about is short-term relationships and breakups," which is
Yeah.
bullshit.
Um,
Because if you actually listen to what they sing about,
that's right.
exactly, they have like topic variety,
A
and I
lot.
know. Yeah, they're basically trying to pin like new metal, metalcore, deathcore as like Taylor Swift almost.
They think
All
they're
she writes about is exes and haters and breakups.
And it was crazy about these metalheads. They like Pantera, a groove metal band. Weren't they a glam metal band? And I don't even know these metalheads aren't even a fan of glam metal band.
Well, I mean, some of them would say, "Oh, well, glam metal's garbage if it's not, thrash and all that."
But Pantera was glam metal.
Yeah, they were originally a glam metal band, and then
They invented
ever
it.
since Phil Anselmo joined, he became the new vocalist of Pantera, and then ever since then, they've had success and all of that. Like, and the thing about these metalheads is that they're jealous of a band's success and all of that. Basically,
And what's crazy is that they will not like bands like Pig Destroyer, Grindcore. They don't even like core genres.
like, not every core genre is bad.
But I know we could do this video. We'll pause. This is gonna be on pause.
Listen to
Yeah,
Drowning
let's
Pool. Listen to Dave
continue.
Williams when he was the front man of Drowning.
This is he called himself the Chase God. Because he thinks that he has a lot of good taste.
Pool.
And
Listen to like some old school.
And
let me guess, he probably doesn't.
well, he's not a metal elite. His name is Corey Margera.
Bro, metal elitists are just overrated. Especially that one dude you just mentioned.
What, punk rock?
Wait, is he a user on here?
Well, punk
Or are you
rock.
talking about the... Oh, that guy?
You mean him? Or who's the metal elitist?
The only metal elitists I would know would be like Mainstream Pop Sucks 3 and Owl 316.
Those bands are fucking garbage. They need to be gone.
Yeah, they need to be gone from YouTube permanently.
Especially the fan. I'm glad he's gone.
He's still making dumbass community posts.
Oh, bro.
Like,
listen to good new metal. All right.
New metal.
Don't even come on here with this. Oh, new metal is bad and blah. Okay, and like people with that mindset too are the reason why metal is not evolving.
See, that's what I'm talking about. If we ain't evolving. We're not evolving. It's not topping those charts. It's not on real radio. You gotta go to channel 40 Liquid Metal. Do you even have channel 40 Liquid Metal Sirius XM?
Sorry, I muted myself.
What he was basically saying that metal, he thinks that's why metal's not evolving because the metal heads, they're not topping the chart.
Exactly. Because of these shitty ass elitists, metal is stuck where it is. Like, it's not evolving. And there are some of these new bands, a lot of them that I don't know, but I think I found out about them through Nick Nocturnal, who would just react to metal Spotify playlists.
Who's Nick Nocturnal?
He's a guy on YouTube that does heavy metal reviews and stuff.
He reviews Pig Destroyer.
Yeah, he reviews all types of metal, like deathcore, new metal. Yeah, all of it. Basically all the genres. Like, I've been following Nick Nocturnal since like 2022 and all that, but
Oh, there's another channel. It was Metal Band Chronicles. I think he deleted his channel. He was doing guitar covers.
wait.
Metal Band Chronicles.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he's 44.
And he does metal guitar covers?
Yeah. But his channel's gone. I don't see it.
That's a shame. Probably because of jealous metal elitists were telling him to like kill himself and all of that.
He knows all those bands. He knows Judas Priest and because he reviewed a band called Possessed or something.
I mean, why would he delete his videos?
I don't know. But let's get back to the video.
Alright.
And like when it does evolve, it stays completely niche.
See? Niche.
Because it's not popular. No, like no one like puts it in music videos. No one is like putting it in trailers for movies. No one is like putting it in video game trailers. And like no one knows about it. So it's like there's so many bands out there making kick-ass music.
Yeah, exactly, dude. They're making kick-ass music. Especially, we need more metal stations. There's only Liquid Metal because they play all the metal.
Yeah, we do need more metal stations, and people need to they need to sign these bands to do like video game stuff, and I want to become like a film director one day. And one of my biggest dreams is to like do a project with Avenged Sevenfold, get them more popular, basically.
Film directing. See, now we got AI. AI is like destroying stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, AI pretty much ruined everything.
I don't know how this happened. Mostly because people wanted to evolve to this. Why couldn't just robots just stay in the junk? AI should have just stayed out of here.
Exactly. Now it's taking over everything because we're now seeing a bunch of song covers being sang by cartoon characters and all that.
No.
We're seeing dead vocalists that aren't even alive anymore performing a bunch of songs and shit. Like, AI needs to go.
I know.
That no one's never heard of before.
And other reasons we're listening to this small podcast that discuss the love and hate relationship with new metal. I'm gonna put the link down below. I think they go by the name of, let me see, it's called it's Epic Footnote, right? Yeah, okay.
Epic Footnote? Does you know that?
Alright. Yeah.
Oh, you do? We can continue this video.
Got it. Okay. But yeah, I recommend you check them out. So let's see, and also hearing about System of a Down returning with 2 songs, which is
You listen to those songs for 2020?
Yeah, I did. I love System of a Down. They've been I've been listening to System of a Down since like 2019 or something. Like,
is good news to hear. However, I fear that they're not going to stick around together for too long. Yes, they come together for a country, but what about coming together for the fans? What about the rest of the world?
Yeah, what about the rest of the world, the fans? Can they come out with a new album? Because they'll be playing on Octane, Liquid Metal, Turbo. No, not Turbo. That's a classic 90s and 2000s hard rock, but it's not really hard rock.
I severely highly doubt they will do that. And that's fine. Like, I'm just over the moon that they came back together after all these years, especially in these dark times. Now, I've talked about nu metal before, and I've actually wanted to discuss the negativity and reputation it's received, but mostly from a lot of these longtime metalheads. No offense to Metal Band Chronicles, he's cool. But
he mentioned a Metal Band Chronicles.
But mostly from a lot of these longtime metalheads who pretty much have a distaste for any subgenre of metal that even tries to have a new sound, which I'll get to. But first, I wanted to discuss my history with nu metal and what it meant to me growing up. So the genre was pretty huge during my teenage years of the early 2000s, as well as others who were in my middle school. And this...
And he knows the nu metal, like, because basically what he was talking about, because his whole like school was playing a lot of bad music. They were into rap, they were into all this Britney Spears and all that garbage, like
exactly. Because I would see this generation, especially nowadays, especially to these new age cornballs that like Ice Spice and Sexy Red and all that, Nicki Minaj.
Sexy Red is a bad influence. We can't get them into
exactly.
Yeah.
Both Sexy Red and Ice Spice are bad influences because what they have in common is that they're trying to be like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and all these same women rappers that always over-sexualize their songs, always talking about getting pounded by men and all of that. Like, those musical topics are just so overrated.
I know.
Genre is what got me into a lot of hard rock and metal. But yeah, so I think a lot of us have come in contact with a lot of nu metal bands before. Me personally, my middle school days and freshman year of high school were filled with nothing but that stuff. Like, it was a pretty cool time to be.
People have better taste back in the day. It was so much better. People, because now we got people like Gen Alpha. They're not gonna know about these bands. They're not gonna know about metalcore, the early days of metalcore, nu metalcore. Well, they might know it, but I know like Type O Negative is not my favorite band. But
I like Type O Negative, but I can respect your opinion if you don't like them. And all of that.
It's kind of gothic. It's like they were playing on this station. It was WEBN. They were playing one song, so they can play this, but there's no Pig Destroyer, no Butcher Babies, no Epica, but they can play Type O Negative. I don't know that. There's an FM station playing Type O Negative.
I would see that, but nobody, pretty much I can't agree that nobody is going to know what metal is anymore. Kids in 2045 will be like, this is real music? I thought that was real music.
They are definitely not going to know, they are definitely not going to know Megadeth. They ain't going to know Pig Destroyer. They're not going to know OM, that indie post metal band.
They're not gonna know anything especially with these new age cornballs that are like, oh well, we have to shove sex and relationships down everybody's throat. Which I hate that people are doing that nowadays.
These young jacks out here, they're just doing all this mess. They're not changing this world. They're just taking it down. What's up with these young jacks and this garbage music? SoundCloud rap, mumble rap, all that shit.
Yeah, like modern. I like old rap, but modern rap, nah, man. Modern rap is just garbage in my opinion. Like I cannot stand modern rap, especially rappers like Playboy Cardi and Lil Uzi Vert. Those guys, those guys fucking suck.
Trap metal is garbage, bro. What's up with people listening to Starlord and all that Zuko, whatever, all that garbage? How can people like trap metal? That's not even a.
I don't even know how people can like trap metal. I mean, Ghostman is basically considered trap metal because he just screams over a fucking rap beat and it's just
That's how you sound.
garbage.
Be a metalhead and a teenager during that time. I remember it being like the first time we had an alternative, like new metal cut the demographic in my school in half.
Because the demographic was half metal, half rap. Nowadays, he's not even that now. Nowadays,
Yeah, nowadays everyone's talking about sex and jerking off and all that.
off the
And it,
OnlyFans.
yeah, OnlyFans. People are making memes about fucking jacking off and stuff, talking about having an edging competition and stuff. Like, where did we go wrong?
How do we get here? Oh, the 2010s.
Yeah, the
This was
2010.
pretty cool because
Okay,
you hung out
Yeah,
I am gonna say this. The only 2 years from the 2010s decade that I truly liked, and this is my personal opinion, I liked 2018 and 2019 because it was the ending of that decade.
raw. It was trying to be raw and uncut. That's what it was trying to be.
out with kids who had the same musical taste that you had. Nowadays, you don't often find anybody who's into that.
Yeah, like I thought. You ain't gonna find it. You go in the suburbs, or like you have to go to the suburbs and find people that has enough taste to be into slam metal, doom metal.
Exactly. People don't have taste nowadays, and it's sad.
That type of genre unless you go to a mosh pit or something.
So you gotta go to mosh pit.
Exactly. The mosh pit is where you gotta go to find your like real friends that would truly like to get to know you.
Or maybe somewhere in the suburbs, I guess. I don't know. And pretty much now I've settled into listening to underground, independent, industrial rock, punk bands, and pretty much a lot of that other stuff,
All that taste. You got punk, metal, grunge, all that. That's what Gen Z should be into.
metalcore.
Exactly. Kids should be listening to more of this. I swear, in 2019, when I thought metal was gonna come back bigger and better before, unfortunately that was canceled because yes, certain people are noticing it or they're like, only like one or two songs. But I like Ice Spice, Nicki Minaj, and I like these garbage pop music and these garbage women rappers that over sexualize their songs. Always, yeah. No one, like, people need to know what metal is.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Like, people won't even give stuff a chance, and they'll, like, oh, it looks weird, but I'm just going to assume it's garbage because the album cover's weird. So, yeah.
Man. That's what they were trying to say.
Yeah,
However,
exactly.
before new metal, I've already been around the block of genres from alternative to grunge. So,
Alternative grunge.
to heavy metal, to industrial, and all that other shit, man. And I was already getting into it with Beavis and Butthead back when they used to promote.
Beavis and Butthead was a good shit back in the day. They have it now, but they're not reacting to no metal. None!
Exactly. Beavis and Butthead was the shit, man.
You ain't getting that now. These young jacks, they probably reacting garbage, skibbity, trash, toilet.
Exactly. Skibbity toilet's so funny. Oh, let's make memes about jacking off in Skibbity toilet. Oh, Ice Spice has a fat ass. GYAT, get man. Bro. People are simping over a woman that they claim is a 10 to have like the fattest ass and all of that. Now people nowadays are fucking jacking off to Brecky Hill and Livy Dunn's beef, which I never gave a fuck about.
Yeah, who gives $2? Who cares?
Who gives 2 fucks about some TikTok influencer's beef because one has bigger tits than the other? Like, that's so garbage. In my personal opinion, a 10 in a woman is like someone that's gonna treat you good. And it don't matter how they look.
And metal during the early 90s. I remember getting the Rob Zombie Hellbilly.
This is the real. This is what we should have now. We should have this on that Billboard chart on the radio. You must have knew that rock came back in 2019 because it was on hearing. You started hearing it on the rock radio.
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you straight up, 2019 was goated because of that.
It's trying to be like 1999. It's trying to be the new 1999, the late 90s. That's what it was trying to be. We don't have that now.
Yeah, exactly. Now people want to watch garbage ass fucking memes and all that. Like, what happened to like good memes? Like, I will say this: memes back in the day were somewhat funny, and metal, especially the Guitar Hero memes. Like, those memes are funny. Like, do you find Guitar Hero memes funny?
Deluxe album around 98 after seeing Bride of Chucky and even playing Twisted Metal 3 to some extent. That was like the first album I ever bought with my own money, which was out of my own allowance. But with Woodstock in 1999 and everything else that happened.
You got all these hot chicks now. Look at all that. See that?
Exactly.
You ain't getting hot chicks. You gotta go to Hooters for that. Because these people are soft nowadays. That's why we don't got a good wrestling product now. And he's got these ridiculous anti-smarts. They want this, but they want Eva Marie.
Exactly. Like, nowadays you gotta go to Hooters for women because women used to be at new metal shows until garbage influencers were like, oh, men are evil, men are disgusting people, oh, because I got rejected by a high-class man, even though it was my fault, but I'm gonna blame all men.
I know, because these people are trying to be beta males out here, man. We ain't supposed to be beta males, we're supposed to be real men here.
Yeah, real men. The real man is always gonna get the woman he likes.
Yeah.
In that year, pretty much solidified me as a rock and metal enthusiast. And that was right around the time a new metal was at its...
Back in the day, you could get slam check. Nowadays, it's hard to do that because of all this stuff now.
Exactly. Especially with fucking garbage Skibbity toilet, which I don't know how people find that meme to be funny anyway.
And they made it popular, maybe more Gen Alpha and Gen Z.
Like, I don't get memes from this generation. Like, we had Among Us. I fucking hate that game. Like, and I hate the memes too, which is Those
Yeah.
memes are just fucking stupid and they're unfunny as shit, bro.
And it's fucking bullshit, man. It's fucking bullshit. That's what it is, dude.
It is. And I used to have a bunch of friends, and they would always think, "Oh, those memes are fucking funny, man." or I only appeal to new age rap music because it's relatable, even though it's a bunch of dudes that haven't been through shit and all that just want to cry about something. Like, bro, old rap actually told stories and stuff about police brutality and all of that, and how their race wasn't being treated fairly because of their skin color. Nowadays, these modern rappers, they always talk about. They basically over sexualize their songs and all that. And they talk about this witchcraft bullshit, all that, which.
It was the cultic rap. It's probably that's what it is. Playboy Cardi looking like a metalhead. But you people out here, these religious, like the Christians, like they trash like all the metal genres. Like they think death metal is satanic. Oh, because they use those little cultic symbols. But
Well, yeah, I'm a Christian, but I don't believe that metal and all of that is like devil worship and all of that. To them, to the metalheads, it's like getting their feelings and frustrations out into a song and all of that.
yeah.
And these Christian conspiracy theorists, I will agree that they are brain dead. They're like, "Oh, if you like this genre of heavy metal music, or if you like these artists, you're gonna go to burn in hell for all eternity."
I know, because they want to say people have the devil, but these
Exactly.
What? Ridiculous things.
Its peak. The genre is what really pushed me into wanting to check out other subgenres too.
I know it.
Exactly, because metal is just the best.
I do like a lot of new metal, but I have been getting into other genres of metal over the years, like groove, melodic death metal.
Yeah, melodic death metal with Arch Enemy. Have you heard of Arch Enemy on the radio?
Yeah, I've heard of Arch Enemy. But I just caught up to them recently, or in 2022, because back in 2019, I didn't really like female singers in metal, but nowadays it doesn't really bother me that much anymore.
So you heard him on you really heard him on the radio. What station is it?
No, I haven't heard them on radio, but I've not heard them on radio because we can't find music like that on radio because according to them, it's satanic and it's devil worship and it's cult-like, but yet you have fucking Lil Uzi Vert and Playboy Cardi and all of them douchebags looking like fucking wannabe metalheads talking about horror and all that, Satan. But that's okay because, I just find that hypocritical.
They're a hypocrite and they're a two-faced sucker.
Exactly. I just find that really hypocritical that no one says that modern rap music is about. No one ever said modern rap music is about or was an abomination of God, but they say that metal is, which is one of the
horror and all that other shit. Even death metal. However,
regular death metal, but they like brutal death metal. A lot of these metalheads we're hardcore metal fans. We like brutal. We like Cannibal Killers. We like that band.
Exactly. These hardcore metalheads, they won't open up to other genres. Or they think it's pussy shit because, or to them, if it's not Metallica or Pearl Jam, then it's pussy shit.
And the crazy thing is that they like this genre some metalheads will criticize it, but they will gladly accept bands that influence West Coast music, according to them big and these little these podcasts have done a lot to music.
Yeah, and I do agree with you on all of that. And people want to say, "Oh, metalcore's been destroying rock and metal. New metal destroyed rock and metal. Deathcore destroyed death metal." When in reality, it's them destroying the genres themselves. But they're too fucking stupid to realize that it's them and not the other way around. Like, metalheads are like these modern women nowadays that blame men for all of their problems
That's right.
and never take accountability for themselves.
And these people, one thing was crazy because because there was this guy I think it was on Court Margera's little video. I think he said if you review a band, or no, it was this ridiculous looking metalhead, or it was a metalhead. He said slam metal is a boy band, deathcore's boy band, or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
What in the actual fuck, dude? Like, how is slam metal and deathcore like anything boy band like?
That goes harder than all this garbage music we're getting now. It's fucking garbage.
Exactly. One Direction in the 2010s pop hits. Blech. Oh my gosh. The 2010s pop hits makes me want to fucking kill myself.
And these Gen Alphas are romanticizing 2014. That's what I saw. Like they got these 2014 playlists. They got everything from 2014. This is allowed.
Yeah, but yeah, Taylor Swift talking about always talking about relationships appeals to the new age cornballs apparently. Like, and Taylor Swift is just a sellout in general. Like, after like 2010, 2011, 2012, she sold out hard.
It can still respect the genre and say what you will about the image or the fans, but we did get a lot of good bands coming out of it, from Disturbed to Static X to Slipknot.
Static X, that's another one.
And I can go on, man.
Static X is amazing.
Yeah, it's like they got Push It. Yeah, you push it. Yeah, you push it. That's what I need to hear.
Fucking,
So
drowning
we need more Static X in Mushroom Head.
And they had an album, I think, last year. I listened to it. It was great.
Was the lead singer. Oh, God rest his soul. Like all that other shit, man. And look, I definitely don't like the whole genre by any means. There are some new metal bands I can't stand, and
there are some new metal people that he can't stand, like Crazy Crown, Limp Bizkit to a certain extent. People say Papa Roach. I don't know if they are new metal. I don't think they are.
Yeah, Papa Roach was more like emo than new metal, but they were like a mix of emo and new metal.
So that's considered emo new metal, but there's no emo new metal because emo started in Washington D.C. and then it get to the Midwest.
Yeah.
So there's emos in Washington.
Yeah, the emo scene kids and all that.
Really, the bands I dislike are usually the ones that combine rap metal, like
rap metal. We need to combine rap metal. Like if they combine black metal, I can't listen. I'm not listening to no black new metal. No, that's really what he's saying.
Exactly. If you were to combine black metal with new metal, you just get straight garbage. I mean, people have already tried combining black metal with fucking trap, and it's just it's disgusting. It makes me want to puke.
That's what you're puking at.
Biscuit,
yeah,
Kid Rock, a Crazy Town, and stuff like that. So
Crazy Town.
Oh yeah, if you want to dislike rap metal, then I completely understand. But not all new metal was like that, because if that's
Exactly, bro. It was not.
all
Exactly.
you thought it
There's
was, then clearly you haven't heard of bands like Drowning Pool.
Oh, that's another band. I can't believe the vocalist died. Now you get this new metal, like their albums. They got some garbage ass albums.
exactly. I mean, who doesn't love good old Drowning Pool?
I heard in Detroit they played Drowning Pool on their rock station.
Well, yeah, they gotta put Drowning Pool on the radio, whether people want to hear it or not. Like, people need to know more about metal and all of that.
They need to know about trance music. They need to know about other stuff too.
Yeah, people, this generation, we need to get rid of things like Ice Spice, Nicki Minaj, Taylor Swift, and we need to bring back old stuff like Slipknot and old rap.
Slipknot, they would probably get a vocals that in their 30s because Corey Taylor's 50. He turned 50 last year, I believe.
Yeah, and I've heard that Slipknot did get into some controversy with their drummer, and I heard that Sepultura's drummer is going to be joining Slipknot, but it's not confirmed.
So it's gonna be more members. It's gonna be like 13, like 20 members in Slipknot.
I don't know how many members they have, because I really don't keep track of the members. They have like at least 9 or 10 members.
Spineshank, Taproot, Dope,
Spineshank.
Crossbreed, Edema, Mushroomhead.
Dino's an epic band.
Bands that blend in other styles of metal, whether it's groove, industrial.
Like groove, industrial, metal, like Seven Dust. That's a great band. They released another album last year.
Bro, I think my dad told me he grew up with Seven Dust and all that, so I might have heard them, I might have not, but I didn't really find out about Seven Dust till up until 4 years ago.
Metal, shit like that. Like, that's what screams new metal to me. Like, seriously, like, there were so many bands out there that were actually amazing and actually had their own distinct sound.
See, like Deftones, they believe in post-hardcore and new metal.
Deftones is amazing.
Yeah,
because
they're supposed to do their own subgenre. Shoegaze, new gaze. Are they considered new gaze? Because new gaze is basically probably like new metal and shoegaze. Aren't they like considered that?
I don't know, man. I think they might be, but I don't know. But
they're regular new metal.
Really?
Because that's what people think it is, but.
And that's what I liked about it. But the hate and the bad reputation that the genre gets is just pathetic.
I know.
It is pathetic because the hate that new metal gets is pathetic because people they don't want to accept the facts because they're too fucking stupid, like I said before, and these idiots want to make fucking YouTube channels saying, "Oh, I'm just educating audiences."
Oh yeah,
you know that.
You know, what you educating? You ain't educating jack shit.
Exactly. You're just like they see it as education. Real people see it as, oh, you're just trying to shove your opinions down other people's throats. And so many people have been exposed for it.
If you ask me, at this point, it's just sheep behavior. Like, I think a lot of people just get caught up in the new metal sucks mentality.
I cannot stand that new metal sucks video. I cannot stand people saying that. There's been videos from 11 years ago. People say Slipknot sucked. People said Deftones sucked. People said Korn sucked. That was just like, how dare you? That was treasure gold. They were real guys making real music. And the audacity from that guy to say, Slipknot got too fast, they look gay.
Yeah, but well, that's because in reality they like to do what they say about the band because they don't get no females. They
Exactly.
just get nowhere in life. In fact, they're probably the type of guys that their parents abandoned them at a young age, and because their parents were like, "Wow, he's gonna be a loser who's just gonna make shitty elitist videos," and they somehow end up being right.
And don't give some decent band a shot. Like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. But the instant
Exactly. I thought so.
Exactly, you just basically have to keep your opinions to yourself,
Right.
hate for
But
all
these
new metal is
idiots
stupid.
But this idiot?
But them idiots just want to say, "Oh well, Avenged Sevenfold ripped off Justin Bieber and all of that," even though
Right.
some of these guys don't even know what they're talking about, and they just say shit out of their ass.
I know.
But to answer
And they're
my
not
own
even.
question, was it misunderstood? Yes, indeed. And it's probably the most misunderstood music genre in history.
Yeah, I know it is misunderstood.
It would have to be very misunderstood because people were just hating on it nonstop. And it was just cringeworthy and fucking boring.
You see these comments here? You got Red Wolf 316, like saying new metal doesn't deserve the hate it gets. But I also think that most of it's not all metal. You see?
Yeah, I can see that. The only thing that, unless you had a valid reason on the genre makes you uncomfortable, it would be the fans. Some of the fans can be overzealous sometimes. People do get creepy about Deftones and all that. The only reason why I see people not liking a band is if certain fans are creeping them out and all of that.
For one, it saved metal, it really helped keep metal from being non-existent. And no, I'm not talking about it completely disappearing off the face of the earth. I'm talking about it from a mainstream perspective, because it brought a lot of attention to metal by seeing it on video game soundtracks, movies, and even WWF pay-per-view themes.
See? This is what we had back then. See, Gen X was a real generation. They were real. Look at what they could get away with. There were no. I know there were people that were offended, and there were not. There was less of them. They were just nichey. They were just always complaining about it. That's probably why we got SJWs, because of conservatives, because they got rid of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're the same people that did it.
Wait, they got rid of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
That is so stupid. Which one did they get rid of?
They try to boycott it. What I mean, they try to say this got too much violence. That's what basically, because I heard this from the Truth Tellers 321. When he was how do we get these how we got SJWs? It was because of the conservatives. They were saying back in the 90s, these action cartoons like SWAT Cats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're way too violent because they had all the guns.
That's stupid, and the Krang's guns are not even actual firearms.
I know.
They're made up of they're laser guns, and they don't even shoot anything with them. Why? Because
of the 2010s were influenced by a lot of late 90s and early 2000s new metal.
See, that's why he said the 2010s is been bands are inspired by. They know those bands back then. Nowadays, Gen Alpha, if they imagine Gen Alpha making a band, There's probably gonna be a new subgenre called Skibbity Metal, Sigma Metal. That's gonna be the worst.
Oh my gosh, no. I don't even want to imagine that. Skibbity metal! Today, guys, we're gonna be talking about how much of a Sigma man I am.
The
And
band,
how much.
they're gonna be called
Or.
Sigma. They're gonna be called. That's what the Skibbity Metal band gonna be called. Sigma Dimma 99.
Sigma metal and skibbity metal. And I could imagine this Gen Alpha band being like, your band is called the Skibbity, and today I'm gonna write about a song about how I discovered masturbation. Well, like, these are all what people can talk about nowadays. It's either sex, relationships, masturbation, and fucking pornography. Like,
I know. That's why we got baddie core, hood core. We got those two genres running around.
yeah, that's why we got baddiecore, which is not even a real genre of music. It's just bitches on camera being all sexual, and they're wondering why they're getting a bunch of dudes in their DMs sending pictures of their dick and stuff. Like, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's fucking garbage. Like baddie core is not even it's shitty garbage. It's not even a band. There's no band. What band does fucking baddie core?
What real band would have a bunch of girls that strip naked and shake ass and all that? Unless it's like Ice Spice metal. Unless it's like Ice Spice metal where they talk about always sexual things and condoms and dicks and all of that.
And I also feel like if that became Ice Spice metal, so that means people will probably be praising that type of metal before they'll praise some real bands.
Yeah, and they wouldn't even praise like real bands if Ice Spice metal existed.
If Ice Spice did it.
Ice Spice is garbage. And I fully stand on that.
And also, like baddie core, that means they got long fingernails. They probably can't even play the guitar. Especially Lil Wayne that can't play the guitar.
Especially, and these dumbass elitists say, "Oh, Lil Wayne plays better than Sinister Gates." I don't even like Lil Wayne's music. The only rap music that I would be listening to would be LL Cool J, Tech Nine, Ludacris.
So you hear Ludacris on the radio?
Yeah, I'd be listening to all the old rap, like Biggie Smalls and all that. I don't like this new age shit.
Like, there were many great bands that brought people to metal, and I definitely would say it was a great genre for metal because it was everywhere on the radio and TV, no matter where you looked. This music genre was out there giving people a perspective on this metal music, and that metal is here to stay. Plus, it gave a lot of kids at school something different to identify themselves with. All the kids who liked nu metal were usually known as moshers, the outcast, introverts, the non-sports types who didn't have
I'm going to be mute for a second.
I'm listening.
I'm back, Slam Boy. We're gonna be back to the video.
Have anything to attach themselves to before. Like, I remember making a lot of friends and started my music journey from the new metal boom.
He had a music journey. He here? He's still there. Are you still there? Are you still there? Looks like we might have to do it by ourselves. Unless he's coming back.
By the time I was 16, it was over. Just all that shit got played out. And everybody I knew in my school was getting into rap, and this Chamillionaire guy and Little.
See what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. People are into rap music now. I don't know what's going on with Cyber Metal Punk. He's still there. Let me see. He's still there. Are you there? I can't hear. We're recording 1 hour 37 minutes. You still there? You there? Your mic's broken? I cannot hear Cyber Metal Punk right now.
Elaine, and all that other crap I didn't care for.
I know. Are you still there? I don't even. Do I hear you? What is this right now? What is going on right now? What was that?
I'm back. That was my mother.
So we.
Hello?
Yeah.
I was just getting some ice cream, my bad.
Oh. Oh, we were right here. I think that's where we were at.
Giving people a perspective on this metal music.
Yeah.
I mean, new metal was definitely misunderstood. And I didn't even know that it was misunderstood. Like, I used to think back then that if it was metal, it was just metal. But I didn't really know about the whole genres and stuff.
Well, let's see.
And that metal is here to stay. Plus, it
He said metal is here to stay. That's what they said. Because after Kurt Cobain killed himself in the head, like he killed himself. We got a new style out of nowhere. It happened overnight.
Exactly. And that's what they said. Metal was here to stay up until 2023, basically.
2023? Because it's still alive. Metal is still alive. It may not exist because I think cyber metal might be mainstream. It may be.
I definitely agree. Hold on, I'll be right back.
While we are there, we are just going to wait.
Alright, I'm back.
Right? We're back.
Yep. Alright.
gave a lot of kids at school something different to identify themselves with. All the kids who liked nu metal were usually known as moshers, the outcast.
Yeah, moshers, outcasts. Stuff like that.
Introverts, the non.
Introverts, yeah, introverts. Because what I heard from Corey Margera, because he said that we were never social to begin with. That's what Corey Margera said.
Exactly.
It's the Stone Age, slavery, segregation. That's what we had.
I mean, that is all facts, though.
Mm-hmm.
Sports types who didn't have anything to attach themselves to before. Like, I remember making a lot of friends, and
You made a lot of friends. So you can make friends if you have the same taste like metal, trance, like good taste. You got friends of good taste, and that's what we have right now.
Exactly. But it is very hard to find like friends like that nowadays, because no one really knows about that stuff.
Probably because you gotta go on Facebook to chat. Like, it's hard now. You have to go to the suburbs. You gotta go to moshers. You gotta find that. It's hard now.
Yeah, it is hard now. What's also hard is getting into a relationship, because there's like 5% of men that will actually do crimes and stuff, and women are immediately brainwashed just by that 5%, that the other 95% aren't hardworking men that care about their life.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You have to go because there's a dating site for like gamers, introvert. They have a site for metal. You could date a metalhead. You can.
Exactly. They have all these different sites now where you can find your match and all of that.
Because back then with dating, you just like it wasn't that hard because metal was popular, so you could date a slam chick that has metal in them.
Yeah, or you could find someone at like a Slipknot concert and they would want to like go home with you.
Yeah, they all yeah.
And started my
nowadays-
music journey from the new metal boom. But by the time I was 16, it was over. You know, just all that shit got played out, and everybody I knew in my school was getting into rap. And this,
Yeah, people were getting into rap like Master P with that No Limit garbage.
Yeah, this new age garbage like Kendrick Lamar and all that.
Millionaire Guy and Lil Wayne and all
Force Lil Wayne.
that other crap I didn't care for. And now it's rather unfortunate because now you rarely hear any heavy music on the radio. You know?
Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about.
Exactly, because people want to shove rap down our throats nowadays, especially these women rappers.
Like Ice Spice, Sexy Red, and Lady
Ice Spice.
Lady XO.
Yeah, the only reason why those bitches were ever popular is because, oh, they can bust down sexual style and shake ass.
I know it's shaking all, but
Yeah, and we had those porn addicts that would always be on the hub.
and we got these Latin kings. We got these women in Chicago making this ghetto garbage music. I'm like, this is what Chicago got. And let me tell you this: there was these two Latinos beating on these innocent black girls, and it was on the news. I clicked on it on YouTube. It was like, wow, this is what
Bro, like, how can anyone just sit there and wait? Was it the Latinas that were hating on these black girls?
I think because they were they beat the living crap out of her. They were beating these. They were like women. They were like, and we got Latino racism going on.
There's racism everywhere.
Yeah, there is.
And they're trying to brainwash people, saying that only the white man is racist and the black man can't ever be racist.
The Latino can be racist. That's so. I just don't get it. How can they say the N-word too? They'll say a lot of it. All these Chicano rappers did it a lot back in the early 90s. They beat up black people in the early 90s in those jails. That's why we had the Bloods and Crips.
Exactly. Because, I mean, and there is exceptions to those losers that do start shit and try to act all tough, and then they wonder why they get fucked up.
Yeah.
And especially nowadays, you got creeps like fucking EDP and Daniel Rolfe that are like taking pictures of women's behind and even men's behind,
That's so
being all
bad.
disgusting. Yeah, because some people can't contain themselves. Nowadays, we got fucking anime and all that, which I'm not saying that anime's garbage and all of that and being like a hater, but in my opinion, it's just rather overrated. And some of the fans can be way overzealous sometimes. Like to where they'll make anime their whole personality, or they'll only play anime games and stuff. Like those people.
You know what's also crazy? Like Chicago, because Chicago is the worst city, and you know people from Chicago always trash people in Florida. Um,
Well, Chicago's basically like the hood and stuff.
all that hood rat garbage.
Yeah, the hood rat garbage that's always been that always be singing about witchcraft nowadays and all that, and how they were so hurt by their girlfriend,
And they talk about
even though Chris Brown, yeah, even though Chris Brown has beaten up his wife before. Like, out of all rappers I especially hate Chris Brown.
Yeah.
No, no one's putting them in movie soundtracks or video games. It's just
Yeah,
completely
no video games, no soundtracks. You're not really hearing that, or unless it's like an independent film.
Exactly. Unless it's like an independent film, you're not going to hear metal anymore. Because people would rather play this new age garbage rap for these new age cornballs. They get their rocks on by going to Pornhub and all of that. Like, I hate kids that do that.
I know.
Like, I used to have a bunch of friends like that. And they even got me addicted for a while until I decided, you know what? I'm done watching this shit. And then I learned that it was not a phase and that it was rather an addiction and a drug. And then I would try to talk my friends out of not watching it and all that. And they'd be like, well, you can't just quit it that simple. Yeah, you can. It's called put
non-existent.
your fucking phone down and take a break from it for 2 weeks or
And
however long you need to.
it was also crazy. It was probably the same people that use Gen Z slang, use TikTok, all that. They're slang Gen Z slang and alpha slang. It's not good. Gas.
It is not good. It is gags and people that are always like slay the day you win and all that bullshit.
You get slayed.
Yeah,
Slayed means punch.
exactly.
At this point, mainstream wise. And, you know, I mostly blame a lot of these faggots in the rock industry for either not wanting to evolve with the times.
Yeah, these rocks, they don't want to evolve. That is why.
Yeah, they want to stay stuck in the 80s and the 90s.
Meanwhile, you got your alpha stuck in 2014.
Yeah.
Or shitting on any form of rock or metal for not following traditional standards. If the music industry was smart, they would have evolved the new metal into.
Yeah, they could have evolved it. They could have evolved into new metal core, new deathcore, something like that. Alpha Wolf.
Yeah. They could have done it like that. And with Gen Alpha being. I'm sorry. With Gen Alpha being stuck in 2014, it's just garbage that they choose to want to be stuck there of all places.
And you know what's also insane? They want to be teenagers in the 2020s.
Yeah, the 2020s. The 2020 so far was the most garbage decade, especially 2023. Like, 2023 was just so forgettable, man. Because
Yeah,
you had all these women rappers like Ice Spice and Shitty Minaj,
garbage
and all that.
Minaj.
Yeah, and all that garbage. People always talking about jacking off and all that. Like, thinking it's funny too. Like, they laugh at it.
And
And they constantly simp over girls on TikTok because, oh, she's the fattest ass, man. Look at it, bro. This bitch is the fattest ass in the world, man.
what also was crazy, at the Oscars, you had John Cena naked. This deck, like 2024, should be better than 2023.
Exactly. But I think the more the 2020s goes on, it's just going to get worse and worse. I heard in 2027, some kid is going to be released, some 20-year-old dude that was talking to underage girls is going to be released from prison.
And
You know that one Austin Jones dude who like was telling half girls half his age to twerk butt ass naked on camera so he can get off to it. Yeah, apparently they sentenced him in 2017, and for 10 years, he'll be released within the next 3 years in 2027.
Yeah.
And kept it on
And
MTV throughout the 2000s. And to that, I say fuck a lot of these dickhead metalheads that didn't want to appreciate it.
Yeah, they don't appreciate nothing.
And this is just something I have to say too, but music elitism can kill a music genre due to their stubbornness to innovate by using other genres, or by supporting new artists with new sounds to offer. Just look at rock. You know, always bitching that we should go back to the glory days of rock, people being
Yeah, they should about something about the glory days. They want to go back to the glory days. Metal, new metal, what's the glory days of metal? It's the golden years of metal. That's what it is. Brought in the mainstream. Corn should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It probably gonna be 2030s Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because he's gonna turn 60 in 2031. That's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
exactly. Because you got these bands that have been around for such a long time. That's what made this world great. But people want to sit there and praise fucking Skibbity Toilet and all that, which ain't shit. Ever since 2023 came along, we just got straight garbage.
I was
Or
like,
ever since.
yeah, I got these cousins, but like they were watching Skippy Toilet. Come on, man.
Exactly. Ever since 2020, things just went down fucking hill. With Among Us and all that bullshit.
And apparently, they were trying to make a CBS. They were trying to put that on CBS, Columbia Broadcast System. They tried to put that on their network. Come on, man.
Exactly. Like, sometimes I even miss the days when Fortnite was popular. I'd rather go back to that day than fucking Among Us and Skibbity Toilet and all this garbage and shit. Edging, yacht, and all that bullshit that's just not even funny.
I'd rather have the Cartoon Network Yes era over current day Cartoon Network.
Same here, man.
We might react to a Cartoon Network rant video after the Metal Elitists.
About the music they don't like. It's insane to me that people think it's okay to shit on people for what they like. And that's what gets to me. It takes a real elitist attitude to be that way.
So it's just like, that mindset is so disgusting.
Yeah, exactly. It is. It's disgusting.
It is disgusting. Like, what kind of mindset? You're kidding, right? You're actually fucking kidding.
Fuck all metalheads with that mindset
Yeah,
too.
those metalheads, they need to do something. They need to just take out their, they need to stop being blind and just look for music. You know, I guess cyber metal punk is I guess he's got something to do, so we're gonna probably wait. Guys, I don't know when he's coming back, but he'll come back. I do not know if he's coming back. I don't know. But if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Later.